Women in all societies display a wide range of individual traits and personalities, as well as viewpoints and values on romance, life, and the world around them. Topics include culture, family, and future plans.
What about our future plans?
Nonetheless, there is a universal sort of woman, across countries, continents, and societies, who takes the cake as the ultimate letdown for men everywhere. She is an entitled woman who bad women hate to see succeed. Entitled women, as the name implies, think everyone else owes them something. Their narcissism is so extreme and their sense of entitlement so deeply ingrained that it can take them decades to realize that nobody owes them anything, not the world, not their families, not their boyfriends, lovers, husbands, or partners. Just because she is attractive or boasts an air of superiority does not give her the right to demand whatever she pleases from others. To sum up, women who feel entitled often believe they deserve the best.
They deserve the best.
A prize is anything of great value that is not available to just anyone. It's rare, and its worth isn't based on how pretty it is. Beauty is everywhere, so there's no shortage of it. You can take a stroll down this tree at any time to admire the lovely ladies below. Men are attracted to attractive females. That's not surprising given that they aren't trying to hide it. After all, they do claim to be on the lookout for attractive things. Women, on the other hand, claim to prioritize relationships but are unwilling to put up the necessary work to really make them happen.
We must prioritize our relationship.
If ladies want to attract quality men and enjoy fulfilling relationships, they need to bring something more to the table than just their looks. When a woman is treated with extreme kindness, such as having her dinner paid for, she may not appreciate it or even remember who did it. People who feel entitled to something are not likely to be thankful for it. That's right, you've been wasting your time.
You're wasting your time.
Women don't care about your job or your problems. They care just about how you make them feel and what you can provide for them. Attractive women are attracted to males who can make them feel fantastic.
I feel fantastic.
When you're able to supply her with the comforts of life, she'll shower you with undivided attention. But when times become tough, or she realizes that she can't count on you to make her happy, she'll look elsewhere for companionship. Just remember that ladies couldn't care less about your problems and would much rather hang out at the winning post, where they can pick out the winners and pursue them. You know you found a decent woman when she sticks by your side when times are tough, regardless of how she's doing with her own self-esteem.
My self-esteem.
This is an example of true loyalty, so think carefully about the kind of woman you want to be with. Consider yourself a wealthy man who is aware of the role he can play in elevating women's lives and social standing. It's really wonderful if you put your money where your mouth is and help women out financially and otherwise. The authorities used to promise women that they would give up their money and awards if they left their husbands for another man, which was meant to encourage sacrifice. If men started cheating and breaching their marriage vows, the women got to keep the house, the children, and a percentage of their money to basically sustain them. Prior to the 1960s or 1970s, we all had absolute equality.
Because of equality.
Back then, men's roles as breadwinners and protectors of their families weren't something to brag about or celebrate. It was just the way things were. If women are so self-centered and believe men's lives should revolve around them, then why should men put up with them in relationships at all? Modern relationships provide men with many benefits, including closeness, affection, and procreation. Only a few years of true intimacy may be shared between a man and a woman, and then there are the children who could be taken away at any time and the fading flame of love that can never be reignited. Men are less likely to commit to romantic relationships after taking the red pill and realizing that any benefit they receive from a woman can be taken away from them at any time. But now he's educated and confident, just like that woman with the degree.
And more confident!
Now that he knows his worth, he is back on equal footing with women. Must have lived through some truly trying moments over the past 40 years. They were free to do as they liked, but their lives were still awful, even when they were able to attract males as protectors and caregivers.
To be my protector.
As a result of society's insistence that they sustain themselves by working for men, it appears that many women have lost sight of their true calling. Men, on the other hand, have been consistent with their objectives up to this point, but many are beginning to wonder if women are really worth the effort. Men are gaining awareness of their own accord, and because of our familiarity with social media platforms, we are also picking up some subtle but valuable information about women. Even though my partners and I were together for a long time, I was hesitant to get married and make a permanent financial commitment to them.
It's a big financial commitment.
I was anxious about losing what little success I had built up by putting all my eggs in one or two firms. I worried that, despite my increased efforts, I was gradually ceding control of the relationship's financial and lifestyle decisions to my partner because I was doing it in my own juices.
It's a lifestyle.
This might not have been the case if I had been building a financial future with my spouse from scratch, with both of us putting equal effort into our work or enterprises. Eventually, I came to actively loathe my pairings. If they get to select how we spend our life, then why should I make any extra effort? They dictate every aspect of our free time and relationships. Considering my limited authority, there's no reason for me to take on any additional responsibilities. In the early stages of a relationship, she usually wants you to take the reins. Do what a male would do and prove your leadership abilities to her. When she's had enough of being told what to do, she'll take control back. Even at the tender age of 25, I had a gut feeling that something was amiss, but most guys wouldn't care since they're too dumb and in love to notice.
I don't know, gut feeling.
My significant other had profited substantially from my choices up until the last 3 or 4 years of our relationship, so I didn't understand why she suddenly turned into a new person and started demanding certain things. There's no point in wasting my time on a woman who only thinks about herself and doesn't care about how she makes me feel. I can't even begin to put into words the devastation that comes from loving someone for 5 years, then another for 10, just to find out that they don't love you the same way, if at all. It's a taboo subject that nobody wants to talk about, but if someone had told me that when I was a teenager, I might have understood what the hell was going on and that it wasn't really about me after all. People see themselves as the prize, the media will never admit it, and our loved ones will never confess that life was all about them.
Loved ones.
If women are entitled and have nothing to offer in return, why should we bother with them? Endorphins are released by the brain after sexual intercourse, and this is one reason why males want women. Men want women because they imagine that they, like medicine, would ease their suffering. All of those things can make a man happy for the time being.
Happy man.
It's probable that this will spell the end of his financial stability in the long run. Seed is an antidepressant designed specifically for women, and there's no denying that the widespread use of condoms has contributed to a dramatic increase in women's feelings of depression. According to research, men are turning down vasectomies since it makes women sad when they can't carry a child.
I'm sad.
The rebound effect in relationships occurs when women who are full of good seeds and don't use condoms end up back with the man they broke up with. I just read an article that explored the factors that make closeness so powerful. It covered 12 different ways in which your mental and physical well-being benefits from genuine physical closeness. The condition of one's skin and one's heart are just 2 examples of how this is comprehensive.
One heart.
More and more men today believe that spending time with women is a waste of time because women are so self-centered and believe that a man owes them everything simply because they are attractive, and because of the possibility that having 100 or more frequent orgasms a year or more extends a person's life by 3 to 8 years. Our sincere gratitude for your attention.
Thanks for your attention.
In order to like and subscribe, thank you.